You've heard it before. If he's the one, God will tell him. But in your quiet moments, you wonder, will God really show him? Will he actually know? Or will he just keep walking past you? Unaware of what heaven is preparing right in front of him? You've done your part. You've waited. You've prayed. You've guarded your heart when it would have been easier to settle. But deep inside, there's a question still echoing in your soul. What if I'm invisible to the one God has for me? I want to tell you something today. Something that might bring peace to your waiting heart. God doesn't just speak to you about him. He speaks to him about you. And no, it may not be through visions or thunder from the clouds. But God is a revealer of purpose, a divine matchmaker, a father who orchestrates holy unions in the quiet of obedience and the rhythm of preparation. If God is preparing a man for you, he will begin to stir something in him. Not just a desire, but a sense, a recognition. And it won't be based on physical beauty, charm, or chance. It will be based on how God uses your presence to confirm his plan. In this video, we're going to explore exactly how God reveals to a man that you are the one. These signs aren't random. They're spiritual markers, signals heaven uses to awaken him to the woman God has been preparing for his path all along. Let's talk about the moments where heaven speaks and a man begins to listen. When God is leading a man toward his future wife, the very first thing he stirs in him is not desire, it's discernment. Before anything physical is noticed, the man will begin to sense something different about your spirit. You might walk into a room, say very little, and yet your presence disarms him. Not because you're trying, not because you're seeking attention, but because the anointing you carry speaks louder than your appearance. The world teaches men to chase what looks good, but the Spirit teaches men to pursue what carries God's fingerprint. Just like when Boaz saw Ruth gleaning in the field, he didn't approach her because of her body or beauty. He asked about her because something about her posture, her quiet strength, her humility, her devotion stood out, and that spiritual recognition ignited curiosity. This kind of recognition isn't about charisma, it's about character. When God is working in his heart, he'll feel a deep respect for your inner woman. He may not even know why at first, but something in him will feel drawn to the peace, the light, the strength you walk in. And that is the Spirit revealing what the eyes have not yet fully understood. It starts with reverence, not romance. When a man is walking in alignment with God, and he is approaching the season to find his wife, God doesn't just drop a name into his heart. He stirs a holy discomfort. This is not anxiety. It's not pressure. It's a spiritual awakening. He begins to sense that something is incomplete, that it's time to step into a new season. He may feel unusually reflective. He may start withdrawing from casual distractions. He may begin to ask deeper questions about purpose, calling, legacy. This is how God gets his attention. And as this divine restlessness grows, so does his sensitivity to what matters most. That's when God begins to point, not with a spotlight, but with a whisper, "Look again." And suddenly he starts noticing you differently. Noticing the way you love people, the way you move in grace, the way you carry peace. This isn't about you becoming someone new. It's about God adjusting his vision so that he sees what heaven already sees. When you are the one, God will prepare his heart to see you in a way he hasn't seen anyone else. And it all starts with that divine unrest. Real love, the kind that leads to covenant, doesn't begin with attraction. It begins with conviction. When God begins to show a man that you are his wife, he doesn't just get excited, he gets serious. Not because he's afraid, but because something sacred is stirring in his soul. He senses that what stands before him is not casual, not common, and not replaceable. And that awareness humbles him. He starts thinking differently about your needs, about what it would mean to protect you, cover you, lead you, serve you. He feels the weight of responsibility that comes with loving a woman of God. This is why a man who is emotionally unavailable, spiritually immature, or still clinging to boyhood will often run from a woman who carries the Spirit. Not because she's too much, but because his spirit knows he isn't ready. When God begins to reveal you to him, the revelation won't just make him smile. It will make him pray, make him prepare, make him consider the cost. And most importantly, it will make him seek God with greater urgency. The woman who carries God's presence activates responsibility in a man who is being led by God. When a man truly hears from God about you, he doesn't stay silent. He doesn't play it cool. He doesn't keep you guessing. He moves with clarity. Not perfection, not performance, but purpose. He begins to pursue in a way that reflects the seriousness of what he believes God is showing him. He asks real questions. He seeks your heart. He honors your time. He listens to your words. He doesn't just enjoy you, he invests in you. The pursuit doesn't feel like pressure. It feels like peace with direction. When a man's been shown something by God, he doesn't pursue to possess. He pursues to partner. You'll know it by how he prays with you, protects you emotionally, invites counsel, sets boundaries, casts vision. And not because he's perfect, but because he's moving under the weight of divine clarity. God never reveals what he doesn't intend to redeem. So if God is truly showing you to him, the pursuit won't just be consistent. It will be covered in honor, covered in wisdom, covered in grace. One of the clearest signs that God is revealing a woman to a man is not in the emotion he feels, but in the peace that follows. Peace that doesn't confuse. Peace that quiets fear. Peace that transcends logic. And beyond peace, there will be alignment. Not perfect sameness, but a divine harmony. Their lives begin to complement each other. Their values align. Their timing aligns. Their purpose begins to unfold together. God does not force connection. He confirms it. When a man is shown his wife by the Spirit of God, there is a sense of heavenly order that begins to unfold. Conversations flow, trust deepens, clarity grows, and while challenges still arise, they don't shake the foundation. The pursuit isn't always easy, but it is anchored. Because when God is in it, the signs won't be found in chaos. They'll be found in calm. If you've been waiting, praying, and wondering if God is speaking to him about you, know this: heaven is not silent about your heart. God is not hiding you. He's preparing the one who will recognize you. You don't need to strive to be noticed. You don't need to shout your worth. You only need to keep becoming the woman God has called you to be. Because when God is ready, he will make sure the right man sees you. And not just your face, but your faith. Not just your charm, but your character. Not just your light, but the one who lit it within you. And when that happens, it won't feel like striving. it will feel like peace. So if this message spoke to your soul, let it be your prayer. Comment God. Let him see what you see in me below. Like this video to share it with other daughters still waiting in faith. Subscribe to When Heaven Speaks for more messages that align your heart with his voice. Your love story isn't on pause. It's being written. And God will make sure that the one meant to find you does.